You've got the hair I want.
Oh, thank you.
Look at it.
Your hair looks gorgeous. You've got hair going on as well.
Yeah.
Last time we spoke, you actually told me I'm your favourite, so I hope that's still the case.
We are good people.
She's my favourite. Absolutely.
I was worried. Congratulations on the lost daughter. I've got to say, I did call my mum after just to tell her she has the patience of a saint.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh, see, that's another lovely reaction. If you know you've got a great mum, yeah.
The film obviously follows your character on holiday. I'm interested to know, if we were to go on holiday together, what would I learn about you?
That I am rubbish in the sun. I burn in seconds. I'm a little bit scared of deep water. I also miss big chunks of me with sun cream, so I often have handprint sort of rubbish. I'm not great on holiday. I love it. I also think I'm going to lie still and read a book, and I can't.
I'm too restless as well. We sound like we'd be good holiday partners.
Yeah.
So I'll book it
We
after
could go on
this.
adventures and, find nice little tavernas and make
We will.
friends with
We'll
locals.
do exactly that after this junket.
I don't like to travel.
No
Yeah.
holiday then. The holiday's off.
I mean, Maggie will attest to this. I go kicking and screaming, and sometimes I settle in, and sometimes I don't.
You'd learn that I like to travel.
Okay, so the holiday's on.
I think
He-
the holiday's
he can't
on.
join.
Totally, Peter. If you, holiday's on.
I could really relate to the moment in this where Olivia's character gets really annoyed with a group of teenagers for being disruptive in the cinema. I was wondering, what are some of your pet peeves? Like, what makes you really angry?
Oh, that would for me.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
woof.
Whoa.
Actually, I was once at a Radiohead concert. It's a group I really like. They're really great live. And it was a pretty small venue. And there were two guys in front of me who were loudly talking about something else
Yeah.
for the whole show. And I got to a state of anger where I had to act like almost like someone that was not me. Never know what I'm going to do, but I'm telling you to be quiet.
I don't like wet floors.
Well, they're not ideal for slipping because then you'll injure yourself.
I just don't like the feeling of a wet floor.
People who drive in the middle lane of a motorway, I know I've said that before, I'm very boring, but it does really piss me off because it goes from they're effectively turning a 3-lane road into a 2-lane road. And actually legally you're meant to be in the left. Anyway, don't get me started. I can't bear it when people don't make beds well. That's only from me, really, because no one else makes my bed. But the kids, or if you go to other people's houses and they just sort of flop the duvet over again, it's not nice to get back into.
Maybe you wouldn't like me very much then. I'm
Oh,
all
no,
for
don't
bed.
say that. I'll learn to live with it.
Okay, we'll get past it. We'll get past that rocky patch.
My mum was she trained as a nurse in the 60s where it had to be hospital corners and bouncing a coin off a sheet. So I think from her.
You've learnt from the
"Make it
best.
It's like getting into a bed in a hotel. And so it's so nice to get into it. It's all lovely and flat.
The film makes you realise that you may always not know the truth to a stranger. And it got me
Bad
thinking,
folding. Can't bear bad folding. So sorry. Go on.
these are the important things. Beds, bad
Nice
folding.
to remember all the things that really piss you off.
People who are consistently late. I'm like, nah, like we can all be late sometimes, but like when it's consistently 5 to 10 minutes late, I'm like, well, just start whatever process you think you're doing 5 or 10 minutes earlier, and that like just the irritating amount late.
The film makes you realise that you may never know the truth behind a stranger. And I was wondering, do fans ever assume that you're like a certain character you've played?
I get a lot of people curtsying, which is odd. Because clearly I'm not her.
I mean, you are a queen, so
See, this is why you're my favourite. Still my favourite. No, I think there's some people are quite up for a cuddle, even though I don't know them. That's very sweet. It's a little bit tricky during COVID times, but people are very nice. They're sort of touchy, which maybe is why I don't go out. I stay at home.
I'm pretty lucky in that I've had mostly lovely encounters with fans.
well, I mean, everyone adores you. The cast in this is just incredible. How much of a joy was it working with Olivia Colman? Because she's just a national treasure here.
It was pretty amazing. She's a very, very dear friend now, and I love her. She's the best.
She really is the best. Do you have a favorite piece of work of hers before, obviously, this?
I love her in The Favorite. I love Broadchurch. I love Fleabag. I love her in everything she's done, truly everything.
I love the moment where you're dancing to Living on a Prayer in this, but it made me think that I would just hate everyone watching me dance. How much did you dread that scene?
I did dread it, and everyone was dancing, and I knew everyone very well. It was the crew and people on the island that we knew. But there's something I find when Maggie said you really let go and you're really sexy, and I'm really not those things, and I found it quite difficult. And so eventually she was dancing, doing moves for me to copy because I went, just tell me what to do. I'm finding it really awkward. And yeah, I wish there was some footage of Maggie just behind the camera doing it. It was hilarious.
You still nailed it. And I hope that you and Paul actually did get drunk during that scene when you were drinking the wine, because I wanted to join you.
No, we weren't allowed real wine, but we did get drunk most evenings anyway.
Of course. Paul, I wanted to join you and Olivia in that scene where you're drinking wine. Please tell me you all actually had the opportunity after filming to get some drinks.
Oh, yes. That's a hard yes. Olivia's like had this balcony that was the like go-to place after filming.
Oh, it was stunning too.
It was stunning. And also just fun. It was like this little, my balcony was kind of connected by a roof that I was able to like climb across rather than go, I was able to just like climb onto a balcony, and normally I'd find 3, 4, 5, 6 people there. I'd be like, yeah, that was the place to go after a day's filming.
I bet Olivia Colman is the best host of a party.
Yeah, categorically.
See that. This film's all about scars from the past and the decisions we make. I was wondering, is there a particular role you've played early on in your career that's really helped shape you into the actress that you are today?
I think every job adds a little something. I don't think there's one specific. I think this film added a lot for me as an actress, but not one more than anybody else.
Also, it's a very emotional film. How emotionally challenging was it to immerse yourself into this?
It was tough. There were moments that I felt were really difficult, especially when it involved having a rough time with the little girl playing my daughter. I didn't like having a tumultuous relationship with her. I rather would play and have a good time. So that was tough sometimes. But we made it a game for her, and that was good.
How close did you guys become? Because the chemistry is amazing.
Close, I think she was really little, so it was more just like a fun, weird thing she was doing, like a weird camp or something, but she was amazing.
The film obviously explores scars from the past. I was wondering, in your career, has there been a particularly difficult role to like shake off?
I think sometimes that's just a role that is that has helped you in your life, that is empowering, I find to be. And it's not always clear what those roles are going to be. It's not like playing Gandhi makes you into a saint. But the role that actually came into my mind was actually an antagonist, a pretty bad character in the film. And there was just something about the amount of self-respect that the character had and the bravado of the character I kind of carried with me for a while. I because it was a positive quality that I had never explored. So I find that harder than sort of like this character's dog got run over by a car, and so now I'm gonna feel bad for a while, Yeah,
yes and no. I feel like there's parts of lots of characters that like live on, and then there's parts of it like I don't know. Yeah, yes and no. It's like it's kind of a non-answer, but it's like nothing really has lived on fully. But I look back on them kind of like, oh, I learned something about myself at the time now that I've forgotten, One
of the first roles I played in college was Eilert Lovborg in Hedda Gabler. And the character is like a complete maniac. He's like, he kills himself in the end. And because I was young, I sort of thought that I had to carry it around with me, Yeah. I think I dyed my hair black. Nice. I wouldn't speak to people. I was just that dark figure around school. Everybody thought I lost my mind, I'm sure. but it didn't make it better.
I think I carry it like in a sense that like I look back at something and I'm like, I really enjoyed that experience. Like it's the experience of playing a character rather than the character itself is what I think I was trying to articulate.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me. It's lovely to see you again, and huge congrats on the film. Thank you for being you. You're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Lovely
Thank
to see you.
you. Bye.
Is Hits Radio.